Hi, I'm Enchanting Nubianette. Welcome back, and to all of my new subscribers, welcome. There's a video of a former science middle school teacher and TikTok influencer known as J.Q. Lee, who was recently fired from his job. J.Q. Lee asked his students to take his braids out in his classroom. There are about 4 female students in his recording. When I saw the original video of the teacher surrounded by his middle school students, my first thought was, it's an inappropriate favor or task. It doesn't matter what gender the teacher is. Taking your hair down shouldn't be done at work, especially in front of your students. Either you refresh your hairstyle before work, or you can start unraveling your hair after work. Perhaps unravel them while you are driving or someplace private. The majority of teachers would not, in my opinion, think of asking their students for this type of favor. I think it's very unprofessional, unethical, inappropriate, and immature. Question: would this teacher really feel comfortable having his hair done in front of all of the parents, his administrators, and the school board? This task would get a thumbs down from a large number of people. The middle school teacher acknowledged this disapproval when he decided to post on social media. In his own words, Mr. Lee stated that many people left negative comments on his social media page during the live recording. Did Mr. Lee's school administrator approve of kids being featured on his Instagram, TikTok, or any other social media channels? Also, any professional who works with children knows to request the parents' consent first to record and post the students' faces. This action can potentially become a huge lawsuit initiated by the parents, school district, and even the Board of Education. In my opinion, all of Mr. Lee's students' faces should have been blocked for the sake of their privacy and safety. Also, suppose any of the students were allergic to the oils in his hair, or have claimed that his hair caused them to get an irritation on their hands. Who knows? I believe all teachers and adults must establish boundaries with any child, especially ones that are not your own. Earlier today, I viewed his rebuttal video. Mr. Lee stated his reasoning of having his hair being taken out. In his words, the teacher mentioned that he was interviewed late the previous day. Plus, he did not have time to undo his braids before his hair appointment after school. Mr. Lee could have given his stylist an extra tip to undo his braids, or use the extra 10 minutes at the end of class to leave early and undo the braids himself. During his video, the former teacher mentioned that he has 5 younger sisters. He is used to them playing in his hair, painting his nails, putting on wigs, etc. But there is a huge difference when interacting with your siblings or relatives versus your students. Even if a teacher has a less formal association with their students or relationship with their students, having your hair done at work is off limits. Students are not your friends. Respect must be demonstrated both ways between a mature-minded adult and a child, even if they are in the upper grades. Now, as a result, this favor turned left really quick. Here's his initial reaction.
Joey, last Friday, 10 minutes before dismissal time, I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out. There was quite the discourse in the chat, which had people saying this was inappropriate and other people saying this was completely fine. There was nothing wrong with what I was doing, and people were just making it weird. So, of course, I had to bring this issue to the big stage. I would like to represent myself in this case, Your Honor, if I may.
You're a moron!
Number one, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school, and I needed my hair taken out beforehand. I would have taken it out the night before, but that Friday we had a camera crew coming in to shoot a promotional video, and I was one of the ones being interviewed. So I had to look presentable, so I didn't take my hair out. I didn't have the time to do it all myself because it would have taken me forever. So naturally I asked about 4 or 5 of my over 100 best friends to assist me in taking my hair out, and they all agreed. Number 2, this was at the end of class. This week we were doing STEM fair presentations. Since it was Friday and all of my students did an excellent job on their STEM fair projects and presentations, I told them if we get one solid presentation in this class, I'll end class a little early and they can have fun and play basketball, darts, or be on their phones or whatever. And during that time, my team would help me take my hair out. A couple of these were students from my class, but others were students from other classes. I would offer them a pass at the beginning of the class period, requesting their assistance 10 minutes before dismissal. I told the teachers only send them if all of their work was completed and they had good behavior. They all met the criteria, so 10 minutes before dismissal, they showed up for their job. My next point I'd like to make is, if I was a female teacher, those people wouldn't be in the comments saying, oh, this is weird, this is inappropriate. Because me personally, I don't think there's anything weird about this. People are saying, oh, that's too intimate. To me, it's literally just hair. It doesn't have to be weird. Some people have never had cool teachers, and it shows. I personally believe that building authentic relationships with students is paramount in being an effective teacher. I make sure my students know and can feel that I care about them beyond the schoolwork and all the stuff that I have to make them do. I take the time to get to know my students outside of academics, because caring for the whole child is what's important. Some of these students have been with me since I was a substitute 4 years ago. They see me as a big brother or a father figure, as some of them say. And me, I don't want kids of my own, so all of these kids are literally my children. And in case you're wondering about their parents, most of them follow me on social media and always talk about my videos with their kids. They always tell me that they're so grateful that their kids have someone like me in their life. And my admin, they're well aware of my social media presence and they love my videos. To me, this is just another wholesome moment that I'm having with my kids that I was fortunate enough to catch on film. Since I'm a science teacher, one thing that I teach my students about is symbiosis. Symbiosis deals with the relationships between organisms. The type of relationship that I like to foster in my class is mutualism, or mutualistic relationship, which means both organisms benefit from the exchange. So when my students have good behavior, complete all their assignments, and do everything that a scholar is supposed to do, I reward them with downtime and just time to just be a kid, be on their phones, play games, gossip, so on and so forth. My students and I work hard and we play harder. I'm fortunate enough to have students that feel safe and comfortable around me, safe to come to me with their problems, their frustrations. They come to me seeking guidance and wisdom, or come to me simply to chill and hang out because they know that they have a safe space to be themselves around me. What I strive to do as an educator is be the teacher I wish I had grown up. I strive to be the teacher that makes my inner child happy, someone that my inner child will be proud of. I want to be the teacher that my students reflect back on 20, 30 years down the line and think like, dang, that teacher I had in middle school, he was the shit. No further questions, Your Honor. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. You think this was inappropriate, or people are making something out of nothing? And although you are entitled to your opinion, all I ask is that you be respectful. Thank you.
Since J.Q. Lee is fired, how can his action be explained to his future administrators when interviewing for a new teacher position? Does he realize the favor caused his job search to be even more challenging? I'm not sure how long this man has been an educator, but I hope that he has learned valuable lessons from this mistake. It's not anyone making something out of nothing. There's many perspectives about his perhaps innocent gesture. He was still expected to work until the end of the day, and he's on school grounds. In this economic market, everyone must do their very best to keep the job they have. Every decision affects your destiny. That's all I have to say. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks a million and stay safe. wherever you are.